Hello and welcome to the Conscious Leadership Podcast. My name is Julie Hogbin and I am the creator of the 3 weekly episodes that are produced: Wealth Wednesday, the A to Z of Business on Friday, and a longer content piece or interview on a Monday. If you like what you hear, please share this podcast if you think it would support and help somebody else. Compounding could almost be described as the 8th wonder of the world, maybe even the first when you really think about it. And I know that's probably out of the realm of many people's imaginations, putting compounding as the first wonder of the world. But let's leave it the 8th or 9th. So what does it mean, compounding? It basically means that everything we do, when added together, creates something more. And that can be within finances, spiritual growth, it can be within our health, it can be within the words we use. It is a general life concept that very often is only ever expressed as a financial thing. So let me describe just a little bit about what I mean, and then I'm going to end up with a story on this episode. Compounding is where you can either make something better by compounding good, or worse by compounding bad. Now, if you think about that with our health, everything we eat compounds externally as a vision on our body, but internally as a operating function of how our body works. So if we fill ourselves with sugar, we're not going to get a good result. If we fill ourselves with green vegetables, clearly plus other stuff, but if we fill ourselves with green vegetables, we will get a better result, no probably in it. If we eat 6,000 calories a day, we're going to get a certain result. If we eat or are in a calorie deficit, and it's good calories, bad calories, so it's not just pure calories, so it's no good being in a calorie deficit and eating chocolate all day. But if we're in a calorie deficit or maintaining calorie, we will be better than over. If we under nutrition our body, we are going to become ill. So we can compound for good, we can compound for bad. We can compound by being excessive, and we can compound by being less than. In our spiritual growth, in our relationships, in our personal development, we compound by learning, which links to and exacerbates the previous learning that we already had. So if we are in a certain field and we continue to educate ourselves in that field, we become more than we were originally in that field. Or we can, rather than compound, we can go out and learn about lots of different things in different fields, where what's the old phrase? You become a jack of all trades and a master of none. So again, depending on what you want to do you want to compound in one field, or do you want to learn a little bit about all sorts of things? Now, when we're coming to finance, and that's just one side of the spiritual growth and aspect of it, when we're coming to finance, maybe we do need to have a little bit of knowledge to work out where our next income stream is going to come from, or where we are going to next invest. But it's not a shiny penny syndrome where you're going from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, without ever settling to compound the effect of settling. I hope this is making sense. Now, I want to end this short episode on the rice board story. And it is the story of how much rice is needed to fill a chessboard when it compounds, so it doubles every square, 64 squares on a chessboard. And I think it's by the 21st square, if you start with 1 grain of rice on number 1 square, so if you go from top across, or even top down really, but top across, left to right, by the first, second, third row down, on the 21st square, you've got over 1 million grains of rice, and that is doubling it. Now, that could be a double every day, a double every week, a double every month. But if you think about that, and if you started with just a penny or a cent, and you doubled it every day, or doubled it every week, by the 21st week or the 21st month, by compounding, you would have 1 million. Now, when you get to the 64th square, and I'm not even sure how you say this, so I'm going to read you out the numbers. You will have, and now I've lost the numbers, here we go. You will have, and I'm going to read them out, 9, 223, 372, 036, 854, 775, 808 grains. The art of compounding is phenomenal. It's an art, it's a skill, it's a science, for good and for bad. Think about what you are compounding to create true wealth for you, with your fitness, with your nutrition, with your health, with your finances, with your relationships, with your personal development, and with your finances. Think about what you are doing and how you are doing it. And if you are compounding in a negative form, please change and compound in a positive form. That can be within your language, it can be within anything and everything you do. And remember that when we are creating true wealth, we are keeping all of the areas in balance. So think about how you are going to keep it in balance. And if you are out of track, if you're not completely on focus, or you're spending more time on one area than the others, or maybe more time on 2 areas than the other, know that you're doing that. Keep it in check, whatever it is, keep it in check, and then come back into focus when you have the headspace to be able to do that, and make the time to be in balance and to keep all 3 areas in focus. Again, a short episode on Wealth Wednesday of the Conscious Leadership podcast. Please listen to the Friday, the A to Z of Business, and the Monday, which is a far longer content piece. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Conscious Leadership podcast. If you have any questions, please contact me on any one of the social media channels. I'm on most of them, including Clubhouse and YouTube, and my books are on Amazon. If you would like a topic discussed, please tell me, and if you have found this information useful, please share and please leave a review.